This Saturday, Hospice of the Big Country is holding a very special memorial service at Festival Gardens. And here to tell us more about it is Mr. Bert Williams. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Stacey.
Tell us about this special ceremony and why it's so important to Hospice of the Big Country.
It is one of two major events that we do each year for the general public, in which we invite folks who have lost a loved one in the last year, come out and join us, and let's together take another step in our processing the loss that we've had in a way that is kind of special and beautiful and meaningful and symbolic and all of those kinds of things. You're
going to be releasing butterflies. It just sounds relaxing and, like you said, a very ceremonial thing. Tell us about why the butterflies and what it really means to these people to release them.
Well, when you think about a butterfly, you know, we always think of, I think of the color and the innocence and the freedom that goes with them. But if you think about a butterfly just not so long ago, they were hidden away in a place of darkness and in isolation, in a chrysalis, and things were dark and there was no future. But then they emerged from that chrysalis and came out into the sunlight and into the joy and the freedom that comes. And we see that as being kind of symbolic of what it's like for many of our families who've gone through a dark time and a dark place, a difficult time. And they have found that with the release of their loved one into the life to come, there is a degree of joy and freedom and rest. And this is a part of trying to expedite that journey.
And so tell us how this works and where the butterflies come from and how the actual ceremony works.
It's at 11 o'clock this coming Saturday. And the way it works is that we just invite our folks to come, and we gather over in the Festival Garden, as you mentioned, across from the zoo. And we meet under the pavilion. There's just a very brief time in which there's some music, some singing that is appropriate. And then we read all the names of the folks that have been on service with us at Hospice. We read each one of their names as an acknowledgement. And then we have each family gets, each person present is how we plan it, to get a butterfly. And the butterfly's in a little envelope. And so what we hope is that the butterfly wakes up nice and alert. And they usually do with good weather. So each family gets a little envelope, and we all go out together, and at the appropriate time we open our envelopes and watch the butterflies.
What's that like to see those butterflies get released and know these people are in that step of their healing process? It's
a very, very meaningful thing, and folks, surprisingly, in something as simple as that is, seem to find a great deal of meaning in it, in the symbolism of it. And a lot of folks linger for a long time and just talk together, and in their friendships that are formed, even as we share the journey each of us may be on from time to time.
And so tell us again when this is taking place and who is invited to come to this ceremony.
Okay, this coming Saturday at 11 o'clock. And we'll have the ceremony then, and then we'll have lunch together afterward. The community at large is invited, particularly folks with Hospice of the Big Country who've been on service with us. But it's for the community as a whole.
Okay, well, we appreciate you coming on today. Cannot wait to see video from that. I'm sure we'll have one of our reporters out there as well to cover that ceremony. If you would like to come out for the service, it will be at Festival Gardens in Nelson Park this Saturday, June 16th at 11 a.m. For more information, you can call the Rehab Center at 793-5450 or go to westtexasrehab.org.